If you are a member of ICE, if you are a person that has decided to join ICE, take off the fucking mask. I mean, you didn't want to wear one during COVID when it would have kept everyone around you safe, but now that you're making everyone around you very unsafe, mask goes back on. Turns out you can breathe after all. Take it off. Well, I mean, are you afraid to put your face to your own actions? Come on, come on, come on. Just do it. Just do it. Take it off. Take off the mask. Don't want to be a pussy. Own it. Just own it. And you know what? Even better yet, take the mask off and then put something permanent on your face. Like, I don't know, a tattoo. Something that when you're off duty, people can look at you and know who you are. I mean, if you're so proud of it, it shouldn't be a problem, right? Unless, of course, I mean, there is always the chance that having something about you that's physically identifiable could be risky. Something where like another person might look at you and be able to put you in a certain group of people. Something that might make you feel unsafe. Would hate to know what that feels like, wouldn't you? I'm sure you guys get where I'm going with this, but it's still a bad analogy because you know what? People who were born into a certain ethnicity didn't get to make that choice. That's just who they are. These motherfuckers are choosing to be a part of a piece of shit organization like ICE. These people deserve to be treated poorly based on their actions. And I hope one day all of them come to justice. But until then, here we sit as a community of people outraged about this, raising our voices and trying to make some kind of change. We've got to keep trying. I'm sure I'm not the only one shaken about everything that's going on right now. Alex Pretti is, the situation is heartbreaking. I mean, my last full YouTube video I made on here was about Renee Good, and I went into depth about that. But Alex Pretti is yet another person that has fallen victim, and not gonna be the last, by the way, to a tyrannical government-run organization like ICE. Now, I wanted to come on here on my YouTube channel because I feel a loyalty to this space. I feel like this is where I started my journey of speaking out on things that matter to me. And right now, when my entire career has been built on speaking out on unpopular topics, I have to continue using this space. But I will let you guys know I have been heavily prioritizing short-form content, and my Instagram, of all places, has been where that short-form content has taken actual hold of people's attention. If you guys want to support me, please go follow me on Instagram and leave some comments, because as you will see in this video, a lot of the comments that I'm seeing online are special. And I think there is a certain momentum that people in MAGA, for example, may feel when they see fellow people being complete assholes in the comments. They feel empowered to do the same thing. And while I do enjoy putting them on blast, I think we should start having our own snowball effect of positivity and supportive comments. And I don't know, just saying things like people shouldn't be drug out onto the street and murdered, for example. My short form content deserves a platform here as well, so I'm gonna play my most recent video on Alex Pretti, and then I'll be back at the end of it to give more commentary. His name was Alex. He was 37 years old. He was an ICU nurse. And today he was shot and killed by ICE in the street, murdered. He was murdered in front of people. A lot of video footage is coming out right now, and it's all terribly bad. The first video I saw showed him getting violently pushed to the ground by like 6 or 7 guys and then beaten. If you look at the ICE agent, or thug rather, on the far left, you can see him pistol whipping him, just beating him in the face before they shoot him to death. This is the part where they will try to tell you that you didn't see what you just saw. This is the part where they will say he was carrying a gun, which is legal in the state of Minnesota. Police Chief Ryan O'Hara confirmed he was a legal citizen. He had his weapon legally registered, and at the time of him being killed, he did not draw his weapon. Actually, there's another video of someone driving by him where you can clearly see that he is only holding his phone. Also, in a video you're about to see, which I will warn you is very graphic, you will see that his gun was taken from him before he was shot. So I'm reposting this video here. I'm reposting it. I think everyone who has it should save it, download it, repost it, because these are the things that I think are going to try to be hidden. You can see him directing traffic. He is trying to be helpful. He is filming ICE, but that is, again, legal. And then it shows federal agents instigating, assaulting people, this other person that they run up and shove. That should not be okay. Then he's trying to help this person get up when he's attacked. Mind you, they're both pepper sprayed in the face at this point. ICE came up and pepper sprayed them both. The one person was on the ground, also got pepper sprayed in the face. Doesn't really seem necessary at this point, but none of it does. Then he is removed from helping this person up, pinned to the ground. His weapon is removed from him, which you can see in other videos. There's a lot of different angles coming out right now. And then he is shot.
Fuck people! The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly! Oh my God! Oh my God! I can't believe I'm seeing this. I can't believe I'm seeing this.
I counted 11 shots, but I don't want to keep replaying it over and over again. He was already pepper sprayed in the face, which means he couldn't see, he couldn't breathe properly, but it still took 6 or 7 thugs to push him down to the ground, remove his weapon, and then once he was disarmed, they felt the need to shoot him to death. They're gonna try to tell you that you didn't see what you just saw. How are they gonna twist this? How are they gonna continue to try to twist this? He said something crazy and aggressive like, "I'm not mad at you, dude." I'm so glad that I asked that question. How are they gonna try to spin this? Because that is exactly what happened. I have seen person after person after person leaving comments about how he had like a gun out, that he was waving, that he approached ICE agents with a weapon. Not just holstered, drawn, which we know from the video we have seen with our own eyes is not the case. But I saw so much of this that I had to make yet another video to clarify exactly what was going on. He pulled out a gun at a protest. Of course he's gonna get shot. The officers feared for their life. I keep seeing people blatantly misrepresent what happened, saying that the gun was not in the holster the entire time. So I'd like to post this video here where you can clearly see him on the ground with it away until an officer pulls it out. It was not in his hand at any point, and not until he was on the ground being beaten by 6 or 7 ICE agents did it ever come out of the holster. That was the first time the gun was removed. You can see it with your own eyes, but yet again, here we are with them telling you that your eyes are not seeing what they're seeing. Having a registered firearm in Minnesota is legal. You want to know what's not legal? Murder. Calling him a domestic terrorist when he was just there helping people, filming peacefully, but the masked violent men who did a public execution in the street, they're not the terrorist? Okay. Republicans, at some point, you have got to leave the party that told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. Their final and most essential command: walk away. It's not too late to stand up against this. At some point, you gotta say that this shit's wrong. Where are my Second Amendment don't tread on me Republican friends at? I guess it just depends on who the gun owner is. Huh? You wouldn't want to give the same rights to like a liberal. You can take their guns, not ours. But I'm going to take a step back from my anger. I'm going to try. It's very hard not to be angry at what's going on. It's very hard to know that someone voted for this. To know that someone voted for Trump is to feel like there is a certain responsibility on that person, and there is, for everything that's happening right now. But I want to make something very clear. As I said in this video, it's not too late to stand up against this. At some point, you have to say that this shit is wrong. And some conservatives are starting to do that. And I applaud you. But I have seen some posts on Instagram, yes, I know Instagram again, of people talking about how they're leaving MAGA, about how they just can't justify it anymore, and they're slowly backing away from something that they had wrapped so much of their own identity in. And I get that. I resonate with that. As someone who's deconverted from Christianity and I was deep in it, it's difficult. It's difficult to admit, A, you were wrong, B, you probably said shit to people that you shouldn't have said, and C, you may or may not have done things, voting for example, that later down the line manifested in a way that you no longer support. As much frustration as I feel, and I feel like is valid frustration for people to have with those who voted the way that they did, I think we all need to take a step back and be more welcoming to people who are realizing that they were wrong or that they no longer align with those values. Because the comments I was seeing to these people who were saying they were leaving MAGA, a lot of them were extremely unsupportive, and I so understand the rage, right? I understand the frustration, but we can't do this, fam. We have got to understand that it takes something for someone to admit they were wrong and to want to make a change. And we need people on our team right now. We need people. We need everyone to be on the team of us that think executing Americans in the street is wrong. I want everyone to join that team, and I want everyone to feel safe putting down their guard and stepping over the line into a new group of people, because I know it's hard. And as mad as we may be, and if you're someone who is making that step, congratulations. You're probably going to meet some people who are angry. That comes with the territory, but there are so many more of us that are going to welcome you, accept you, and thank you for being open-minded and making this change, because we need every single one of us on this side of history. Now, where I think you can place your anger is with the government continuing to do this, and with the people who, despite seeing the government continuing to do this, stay on the side of MAGA blindly. Support the execution of Americans because shouldn't have had a gun, even though they're the ones who fought for people to have guns. Be mad at them. Be mad at the people who are unwilling to rethink and who can see videos with their own eyes and still say, well, he's a domestic terrorist. Those are the people we need to be mad at. We can all be mad collectively at those people. And let me tell you, are there a lot of those people?
Probably shouldn't have been impeding law enforcement. He's Jewish. Color me surprised. Look at me and tell me that big ass nose and features aren't Jewish. IDF soldier down. Why are nurses so angry and violent? So what I'm hearing is the VA is hiring. Only good commie is a dead commie. You can hang this one on the governor of Minnesota and the mayor. They do nothing to calm the crowds. Maybe if people stayed home and let ICE do their job, a good percentage of Americans voted for closing our borders and deporting illegal criminals, this person would be alive. Enough of all this political BS. I guess he should have stayed home. Resistance with a gun in your possession can have consequences. Fuck around and find out. Leave the agents alone. Them being upset when Minnesota is open carry, and that's what they fight for on the right, is incredible. The hypocrisy is next level. All of this on a post, by the way, where someone shared his image and said terrorist has been identified as Department of Veterans Affairs ICU nurse, 37-year-old Alex Pretti. Terrorist. I got this comment on my last video. You don't bring a gun to a protest, period. You bring a fucking sign. You stand on the sidewalk and you protest. And that's all the fuck you do. They fight for the Second Amendment. In some states, you're allowed to conceal carry. In some states, you're allowed to open carry. Personally, this is something that I vote against. I'm not a fan of guns. But the right wing wants people to be able to have guns. You can't take our guns because, God forbid, a tyrannical government come along. But the moment someone just has a gun on them, not using it, but just having it in and of itself, well, you should have known better, dude. Fuck around and find out, right? Rules for thee and not for me. Let's see. Dawn Zink. Let's just go see. Oh, fantastic. Well, your Facebook cover profile photo says it all. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of people. Like, you will inevitably learn your lesson the hard way. There's no positive outcome to all of this. It will come get you, and you'll deserve it.
You will deserve it because you cannot cultivate an environment like this that does not eventually affect you. Once they run out of all the black and brown people that they can discriminate against, all the women that they can suppress, once they run out, you're next. You cannot be such a pick-me to a government like this that they never come for you. They're gonna come for you. It's gonna happen. Don't be stupid. And even if you could selfishly remove yourself from that scenario, and I don't know, care that it is happening to other people, that would be fantastic. Didn't we all love Jesus? Aren't you guys the Jesus people? I'd like to end this rant with talking about Charlie Kirk. I know what you're gonna say. Please don't talk about Charlie Kirk right now. It's not relevant. I think it is relevant. I'm seeing a lot of comments like this. Your side celebrated Charlie Kirk being horrifically murdered. We couldn't give a fuck what you say or think about us anymore. Your side, okay. Well, there were bad actors. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend there weren't bad actors, but the overwhelming majority of people that I saw, almost every content creator called out how it was wrong, but the majority of comments that people were calling celebratory were just saying that they weren't sad. Right? Now, I get it, but in and of myself, I don't relate to that because I cried when this happened. As a raging liberal, I made video after video about how I was disgusted about how this happened, how it was wrong. When it initially happened, I was in tears making a video, crying. And when I did see shitty comments from people, I made an entire YouTube video dedicated to why that's wrong, because I'm not above calling out my side when they do fucked up shit. Sir, how about you? How about you? If you don't think it's right to celebrate when someone dies, Why the fuck are you doing it? Why are so many of you doing it? This feels like such an elementary, juvenile way of thinking. I saw some people being shitty, so that gives me a blank check to be shitty all the time. I'm going to have standards for other people that I have no intention of upholding for myself. Some of the replies said, so instead of rising above, you choose to stoop to a lower level. And then I replied, I said, most people were horrified, not celebrating. Every creator I know condemned it. I posted several videos making my stance very clear, and that same energy is not being returned. We all have to be better. ICE is unhinged right now. They are not following protocol. They are not acting ethically, and they are absolutely using excessive and unnecessary force, poor judgment, probably as a result of zero qualifications needed to enter. It doesn't matter if you show people a video of someone being dragged out into the street who is disarmed, getting shot multiple times. It doesn't matter. They're gonna say something to make something up to justify their side because God forbid they're wrong. Gonna dig my heels in even further because MAGA is who I am to my core. It's my identity. I can't depart from that. I can't say anything that might agree with those damn liberals. Fucking really mature. Grow up. Be a better person. And if you wanna talk about Charlie Kirk, let's end on something that he said. Never thought I would be doing this, but here we are. The Second Amendment is not for hunting, it's not for self-protection. It's there to ensure that free people can defend themselves if, God forbid, government became tyrannical and turned against its citizens. Sound familiar? I am so frustrated, I'm so disgusted, and I am in shock at how this keeps getting worse. And I know it's not over, and that terrifies me. But I want to thank all of you. I've seen a lot of you using your voice. I've seen a lot of people lately sharing the videos that I've been posting on Instagram. And I know that's hard. I know it's hard to be politically active, to share content that might make some people mad, people in your family, people that you love, people that might be upset with you. But we all have to be using our voice right now. I see a lot of focus on creators. Well, if you're a creator and you haven't spoken out, you got to use your platform. And as much as I may agree with that, it's all of us. It's every single person. I don't care if you have a lot of followers or not. Every single person I'm going to hold to the same standard. We all matter. Even you conservatives that are starting to step over that line. Even if you stay conservative, but disagree with the things that are currently going on, respect. Let's just please exit this late 1930s era we're going through right now. It's so embarrassing as a country. I remember growing up learning about the Holocaust, being just horrified that that could have ever been something that people did. And I always wondered, like, how could people let that happen? How could people be okay with that? What would I have done if I were in that situation? I never thought I would grow up and find out. The whole thing is so upsetting, and I just want to thank everybody who, despite knowing the possible repercussions, you're still speaking out. You're still using your voice. And I see you. I see the people who are following me, sharing my videos, because I can see who shares my Instagram reels. And the number of you doing that and putting yourself out there to do what's right gives me just like the smallest flicker of hope for humanity, because like right now it's at a low. It's the one thing I feel like I'm clinging to, is just seeing people use their voice and hoping. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap up. Thank you for everyone supporting me on here, on Instagram, on Patreon. If you guys want to follow me on Patreon, it is patreon.com/Jacqueline. I have a lot of really fun tiers on there, and I'm actually doing a Patreon only live stream tonight at 5 p.m. I'm Central Time, so I hope to see you guys there, and maybe we can try to cheer each other up. Or not. My last stream was sort of depressing, but it's a depressing time right now, so don't blame me too much. And I think sometimes you need to be able to hear from other people that are feeling the same way, because it starts to feel after a while that you're going a little crazy. And with that, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.